With the right side of the fabric facing you, bring the yarn to the front of the work. Then insert the tip of the right needle from right to left into the first stitch from the tip of the left needle. Then bring the working yarn so that it is underneath the tip of the right needle. If you hold yarn in your right hand, you will do it like this. If you hold yarn in your left hand, you will do it like this. See, the yarn stays between the tip of the right needle and the left needle, and that's how it's supposed to be. Then we move the tip of the right needle to the back, turning this yarn wrap into a beautiful purl stitch. This is the type of purling that's used in Eastern knitting style, and it is perfect for forming neat stitches that will be in the chain of stitches that sits on the back of this bind off edge. Now make a yarn over, a regular one. We go from front to back and then to the front again, because we're gonna purl the next stitch as well. So we go into the stitch and then we do it the Eastern way. We move the yarn so that it sits underneath the tip of the right needle and turn this yarn wrap into a stitch. Now we have 3 stitches on the needle and we are ready to bind them off. So we bind them off one by one. First we go into the yarn over and pass it over the first stitch from the tip of the right needle. And then we do the same thing with the second stitch from the tip of the right needle. We simply pass it over the first one and off the needles. With 1 stitch on the right needle, let's make another yarn over, front to back, and purl another stitch. Again, the Eastern way, just like this. And then 3 stitches on the needle, let's bind them off. One by one. First the yarn over, then the stitch. And we do it again and again. Yarn over, Eastern purl. Bind them off, one by one. Yarn over, Eastern purl, bind them off, one by one. Even though we bound off just a few stitches now, we can see that the chain is forming on the front of the fabric and on the back of the fabric. And when you bind off all stitches, you will get an even better picture of these chains. See, this one is formed in the direction from left to right, and the other one goes from right to left, which is quite neat, and that makes the fabric fully reversible. It looks, the edge looks the same on both sides of the work. When you are left with the last stitch, cut the yarn, pass it through that stitch, and pull tight to secure. This bind off edge is not just beautiful, it is also quite elastic, and it is a perfect match to the edge that's formed by the double chain cast-on method. As you see in this swatch, the edges are absolutely identical. This cast-on method is also known as the Chinese Waitress cast-on, and these two methods are a perfect pair to use when you want to add matching edges to your knitting projects. If you find this tutorial helpful, please subscribe to my channel and click the bell icon to be notified every time I publish a new video. Happy knitting, my friend. I'll talk to you in the next tutorial.